Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we really try to cut through all that digital noise and bring you the clearest, most useful insights. If you're anything like us, you probably feel like you're just drowning in information sometimes, especially, with new tech popping up constantly. It's not just about finding the cool new thing, is it? It's about figuring out what actually matters and, importantly, how you can use it. So today, we are plunging deep into the world of AI content creation.
That's right. And our mission for this deep dive is, well, it's to cut through all the hype, all the noise, and give you a really curated, actionable list. We're talking about the most powerful, the most effective AI tools out there right now for content creation, and we're focusing specifically on video today. And look, we're not just listing trendy apps you hear about for 5 minutes. These are proven solutions, tools that can genuinely speed up your workflow and actually improve the quality of your content. So this deep dive, it's really custom tailored for you. It's designed to help you quickly grasp what's most important in this, let's face it, rapidly evolving field, and crucially, how these different tools can fit together.
Right. So really the big question we want to answer today is this. How do you get past just thinking about AI or maybe fiddling with one tool and actually build a complete AI-powered content creation system? A system that can genuinely save you hours every single week, maybe boost your creativity, and help you make content that's more engaging than ever before. Let's dive in.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. AI, it's brought this fundamental, almost unbelievable shift to how content gets made. I mean, think back just a few years. It was so time-consuming. Hours and hours on research, writing, editing, finding visuals, all that stuff.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
But here we are, it's 2025, and AI has completely changed the game. Like, completely. The real challenge now, it isn't just finding tools, because there are tons.
Yeah.
It's knowing, okay, which ones actually work? How do they fit together?
Yeah.
And how do you use them effectively to build that system we just mentioned? And that's exactly where we kick things off. Our first essential tool, ChatGPT 4.0. Now, what makes this model, this version, so special, particularly for content creation? Well, it's chain of thought process. See, most AI models, they just kind of give you an answer, boom. But GPT 4.0, think of it more like a detective. It lays out the clues step by step. It reasons through the problem before giving you the solution. It doesn't just, jump to the end.
Okay.
And this systematic reasoning, that's what makes it incredibly powerful for these more complex creative tasks.
Yeah.
And we found, well, two killer use cases for it in this context.
I love that detective analogy. That really clicks. It shows why it's different. Okay, so first up for GPT 4.0, it's your new research and, wait for it, B-roll assistant. Now, if you make videos, you know this pain. One of the most tedious, just mind-numbing parts of production is finding the right illustrative footage.
The B-roll.
Right.
Those little clips that break things up.
Exactly. Those supplementary video clips that you cut in to add visual interest provide context. Well, we've worked out a prompt template that pretty much automates this whole thing. You give GPT 4.0 your finished script, right? And you ask it for, say, 10 YouTube video links with relevant footage, specific timestamp suggestions for where to find it, a quick description of what the footage shows, and this is key direct mapping back to the lines in your script.
Yeah, that mapping is crucial.
The concrete benefit here is huge. I mean, it can literally save your editor, 30 to 60 minutes per video? Maybe more?
Easily. And the results are often surprisingly accurate.
And it's not just saving time, is it? It's letting your editor focus on the creative side, the storytelling, the pacing, the human stuff.
Exactly. Shifting energy from tedious searching to, well, art. And the second really powerful use case for GPT 4.0, deep research for new content ideas. If you combine GPT 4.0 with its advanced browse feature, it's honestly like having a professional research analyst working for you around the clock.
Oh.
So you can prompt it for new video ideas. But be specific. Target, say, the unmet needs or the pain points of your specific audience. Ask for maybe 10 ideas. Make sure you ask for compelling titles too, and a short explanation of why each idea would likely perform well on your channel.
That why is important.
It is. And here's a really crucial pro tip. This works wonders. Always try ending your prompts with something like, feel free to ask me any clarifying questions before you run the full process.
Oh, interesting. Why is that?
Because it forces the AI to pause if it's unsure. It might ask you for more context, more specifics about your audience or goals, and that dramatically improves the quality of the final output. It stops it from just guessing.
That's a great tip for prompt engineering, which, for anyone new to this, is just the fancy term for writing good instructions for your AI. Okay, so now you've got killer content ideas, maybe even some B-roll suggestions lined up. But how do you turn those ideas into a script that actually hooks people and keeps them watching? This brings us nicely to our next tool, Sandcastles.ai. pitched as the ultimate script writing assistant. Now, I have to admit, when I first heard about an AI specifically just for script writing, I was intrigued. What was the big moment for you with this one? How does it really change things for short form video?
Yeah, it was the precision for me. Look, ChatGPT is great, fantastic for broad research brainstorming.
Hmm.
But Sandcastles.ai, it's purpose-built for short-form video scripts. The difference, it's like comparing, say, a Swiss Army knife to a surgical scalpel.
Okay, yeah.
Both useful, right? But one is designed with extreme precision for this specific job. And honestly, it outperforms the general tools for script writing, especially short-form stuff. Sandcastles gives you 3 main ways to start. You can use script polishing, just paste in a rough draft, and it tightens it up, improves the flow, the hooks, the storytelling structure. Or if you prefer, you can use outline development. You just give it bullet points or some notes, and bam, it expands them into a full script draft.
Nice.
And finally, there's single line expansion. This one's pretty cool. You just give it one sentence, your core video idea, and Sandcastles actually goes off, researches the topic a bit, and generates a complete script.
Wow, from just one line.
Yeah, it's surprisingly effective.
But what really makes Sandcastle stand out, especially thinking about TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, it's this advanced hooks engine.
Oh, yeah, that's key.
We all know it, right? That first second, maybe 3 seconds, that determines if people stop scrolling or just flick past. This feature is absolutely crucial. So you generate your script, then you click on the hooks module, and you can choose from 4 different styles: question hooks, controversy hooks, story hooks, and statistic hooks.
And these aren't just random categories. They tap into basic psychology, A question hook makes people curious. A controversy hook grabs attention because people naturally want to pick a side or see the debate.
Right, it leverages those ingrained patterns.
Exactly. It's about psychological capture, not just a clever phrase. We definitely recommend testing different styles. See what hits best with your specific audience and content type.
Good advice.
And just quickly, for iterative work, it's also great because it shows you the changes it makes with each revision. Plus, the whole thing is trained specifically on successful short-form video structures. So often, the results you get right away are much closer to what works compared to starting from scratch with a general AI.
Okay, so that makes sense. Better starting point.
Yeah.
So now you've got this killer script, it's polished, it's got a great hook, but how do you know what topics and styles are actually resonating out there before you write the script? And, how do your competitors seem to consistently nail those viral hits? This is where SortFeed comes in, making competitor analysis made simple. Because, let's be honest, if you're like most creators we talk to, you're probably sinking hours every week just manually checking competitor accounts, right? Scrolling endlessly.
Hello, endless scroll. I know it well.
Trying to spot what went viral, comparing performance, it's tedious. And you can easily miss stuff, miss that golden nugget that could inspire your next big video.
Tell me about it. My thumb used to ache some afternoons. SortFeed is basically giving us back our weekends, or at least a chunk of them. It's super simple. It's a Chrome extension. Works right inside Instagram and TikTok. Once you install it, you just go to any profile page, click the little SortFeed icon, and boom, new sorting options appear right there on the page. So for a basic analysis, you pick a competitor's profile. Choose your parameters, like show me the last 100 posts, or everything from the last 3 months, whatever. Then you pick how you want to sort it. By views, likes, comments, or engagement rate. Click Activate, and instantly, their profile grid rearranges itself to show you their top-performing content first.
That's simple.
That simple. It instantly reveals what topics, what visual styles, what formats are actually working in your niche right now.
Okay, so once you've got those sorted results, what's the next step? Well, then it's pattern recognition time. In content planning, open up, say, the top 10 or 15 videos from that sorted list and just look for common threads.
Yeah, what keeps popping up?
Exactly. Are there specific hook styles they always use? Certain opening lines? What about the visual presentation, editing tricks? Are particular topic angles hitting harder than others? Maybe certain calls to action? And here's a pro tip. Don't just do this for one competitor. Use SortFeed on maybe 3 to 5 key competitors in your space. Then look for the patterns that show up across multiple accounts.
Ah, okay. Cross-referencing.
Right. Those are the proven formats, the validated ideas worth adapting and building on. It's like your strategic compass pointing you towards what works.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's pivot a bit. Let's talk visuals, images, and video. One of the biggest headaches with AI generation, especially early on, was tool fragmentation, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, this tool's great for images, but can't do video. That one does video, but the interface is a nightmare.
Exactly. Just chaos. Well, that chaos kind of ends with Krea.ai. Think of it as your all-in-one visual content hub. Krea basically solves this fragmentation issue. It gives you access to almost every major AI model through one single clean interface.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you can instantly test your prompts across Daily 3, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion for images. And then for video, you've got access to cutting-edge models like Kling, Runway, Pika, all in one place.
Okay, that sounds incredibly convenient. No more juggling 10 different browser tabs.
Pretty much.
So what's the best way to use Krea? You mentioned creating custom B-roll. Right. Their most powerful workflow for that is what they call the text-to-image-to-video workflow. It's 2 phases. Phase 1, image generation. You write a detailed prompt describing the visual you want, something like a glowing, futuristic sneaker floating in the middle of a cyberpunk city at night, reflecting neon lights, commercial photography style. Pretty specific.
Good prompt.
Then you select your aspect ratio, probably 16.9 for video, hit generate, and get a few variations to pick from.
Okay, got the image. Then phase 2. Phase 2, video animation, seamless transition. You pick the image you like best, just click the video tab right there and choose which video model you want to use, maybe Kling if you want top quality, maybe Runway if you need it faster. Then you add motion prompts.
Motion prompts, like what?
Things like gentle floating motion with subtle rotation, or maybe dramatic zoom in with particle effects, or even smooth lateral movement across the frame. You describe the movement you want, and it generates multiple video versions based on your image and motion prompt.
That's powerful. So you're getting custom animated B-roll from a text prompt, essentially.
Exactly.
Okay, so Krea handles animating images really well. But what if you need more complex video scenes, with synchronized sound and maybe more action? This seems like a good place to talk about Google VO, which feels like it could really revolutionize video creation. So what's the big deal here? Why is VO being called next generation?
Yeah, Google's VO is definitely a major leap. What makes it, well, revolutionary? It's the audio. Unlike most other tools that generate silent videos or where you have to painstakingly add sound later, VO automatically generates synchronized audio.
Automatically, like dialogue, too.
Yeah. Dialogue, sound effects, background music, the whole package. And this is a massive challenge technically. The AI has to understand not just what to show, but how it should sound and keep it perfectly synced with the action.
Wow. Okay, that is a breakthrough. But you mentioned something else. Consistency.
Right. That's its other truly breakthrough feature. And honestly, it solves maybe the single biggest frustration with AI video until now. It's called ingredient mode.
Ingredient mode.
Think about it. Until VO, if you generated multiple clips of, say, the same character, they might look slightly different each time, right?
Yeah.
Different shirt, different hair. It breaks the illusion, the immersion.
That's super annoying.
Ingredient mode fixes that. It allows you to lock in specific elements across multiple shots for true scene continuity.
How does that work?
So you generate your first video. Let's say the prompt is an explorer in a khaki jacket exploring an ancient temple in the jungle. VO identifies the key ingredients: the explorer, the khaki jacket, the temple, the jungle. Then for your next shot, you can tell it, okay, same explorer, same jacket, now looking at an old map inside the temple. Because you've locked the explorer and jacket ingredients, it maintains that visual consistency across the clips.
That changes everything for narrative AI video. True scene continuity.
It's huge, previously almost impossible. Now, while tools like Krea offer amazing convenience and access to lots of models, and VO brings continuity and sound, we still need to talk about Midjourney. Because Midjourney, our next tool, it really remains the gold standard for pure image aesthetics.
Okay. So even with Krea having access to it.
Krea gives you access, which is great for quick tests. But if you need truly visually stunning images, stuff that really pops on social media, Midjourney itself, used directly, is often still worth that extra step. It's still the aesthetics champion.
And its whole philosophy is different, isn't it? It feels like it was built by artists for artists almost. Aesthetics first.
Exactly. It was built with visual appeal as the absolute primary goal. And the latest version, V7, has that cool personalization feature.
Right, where you rate image pairs.
You rate pairs of images, basically teaching the system your personal aesthetic preferences. Color palettes you like, composition styles, lighting. It literally learns your taste over time. So its output gets more and more aligned with your specific creative vision.
That's pretty sophisticated.
So since Midjourney is king for images but doesn't do video itself, the optimal workflow for many is still Create your base images in Midjourney, get that unparalleled aesthetic quality, and then export those images to Krea, or maybe even VO for the animation part. That way you get the best of both worlds, Midjourney's beauty and the animation capabilities elsewhere.
Got it. Best of both.
And a quick pro tip here. Midjourney, for all its visual brilliance, still struggles a bit with rendering text within images accurately.
Oh, right, like words on a sign or something.
Exactly. So if you need visuals with important text, think posters, infographics, that kind of thing, you're usually better off using models like DLA3, which, conveniently, you can access easily through Krea. It handles text much more reliably.
Good to know. Okay, shifting gears slightly back towards the writing side. Let's talk about Claude 3.5 Sonnet for advanced script development. We mentioned ChatGPT for research, Sandcastles for short-form hooks. Where does Claude fit in?
Well, while ChatGPT is often seen as the king of research and general tasks, Claude's latest models, especially 3.5 Sonnet, really excel at creative writing.
Ah, okay. More nuance.
Yeah, significantly better, in my experience, at creative writing, storytelling, maintaining a consistent voice and tone, especially in longer pieces of content. So if you're looking to elevate your scripts beyond just conveying information, add more personality, more narrative flair, Claude is a fantastic partner.
Interesting. And it has that projects feature, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's standout. It really lets you personalize the AI. You can set up dedicated projects, and within each project, you give it custom system instructions. You define your brand voice, describe your target audience, list your preferred content formats or styles. It's much more than just a single prompt. It's like setting up a dedicated AI assistant trained specifically for your brand's communication style.
Okay, and that leads to this iterative improvement process you mentioned. How does that work?
It's really powerful for fine-tuning. So you generate an initial script draft with Claude within your project. Then you go in and make your own manual edits, adding your unique expertise, tweaking the phrasing to match your style perfectly.
Right, the human touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you ask Claude to analyze the differences between its original version and your edited version.
Whoa, okay.
And finally, you prompt it. Update your system instructions for this project to incorporate these preferences moving forward.
So it learns from your edits.
Precisely. You repeat this process a few times, and your Claude project becomes increasingly personalized. Its first drafts get closer and closer to exactly what you want, saving you more and more editing time down the line.
That sounds incredibly efficient for developing a consistent brand voice.
It really is. Okay, our final set of tools. Well, it's actually a combination. Hey and 11 Labs for automated avatar creation. We're framing this as the future of scalable content creation. And honestly, it's already being used quite effectively by creators who need to produce a high volume of content, maybe daily, without necessarily being physically present on camera for every single video.
Right. The idea of scaling yourself, it's both exciting and maybe a little unnerving.
It can be.
Yeah.
But the technology combination is genuinely impressive now, and maybe a little mind-blowing, like you said.
So how does it work? It's two parts.
Two key parts, yeah. First, you have 11 Labs. That handles the voice cloning. You upload, say, 30 minutes, maybe up to 3 hours, of clean audio recordings of your voice.
Your actual voice.
Your actual voice. And it creates a digital clone that matches your speech patterns, your inflection, even your emotional tone, quite accurately.
Okay. Scary good sometimes.
It can be. Then you have Heijin. That takes care of the visual avatar. It creates a video representation of you or whoever you want, really, that matches your appearance, syncs the lip movements perfectly with the audio from 11 Labs, and even handles basic gestures and expressions.
So you put the two together.
You put the two together. The production workflow for this kind of scaled content usually looks like this. First, script development, maybe using Sandcastles or Claude like we discussed. Then avatar generation. You feed that script into Heijin, connect your cloned 11 Labs voice, and it generates the base avatar video.
But it can't just be the avatar talking, right? That would be boring.
Absolutely not. Post-production is key here. You need to add B-roll, graphics, text overlays, transitions. You cut between the avatar and illustrative visuals constantly to keep it engaging.
Makes sense. Mix it up.
Exactly. But with proper setup and good editing, these AI avatars can actually be almost indistinguishable from traditional talking head recordings for certain types of content.
Wow. Okay. And you mentioned a bonus with 11 Labs.
Oh, yeah. This is often overlooked, but it's super useful. Beyond the voice cloning, 11 Labs has a fantastic sound effects generator.
Really? How does that work?
You just go to their site, select sound effects, and literally describe any sound you need, like keyboard typing in a quiet office, or rain falling gently on a car windshield.
And it just makes it.
It generates 4 unique variations of that sound effect for you to download and use in your videos. It's like having an instant Foley artist on demand. Really handy for adding atmosphere.
That is a cool bonus. Okay, we've covered a ton of powerful tools, but using all this AI, it raises some questions, doesn't
It
it?
absolutely does. This brings us to the really important issue of, well, ethics and authenticity. As we harness all this incredible AI power, it's absolutely crucial that we're mindful of the ethical implications and strive to maintain authenticity with our audience.
Right, so what are the key boundaries we need to respect here? Well, first is transparency. Be open with your audience when AI has played a significant role in creating the content, especially with avatars or heavily AI-generated visuals or voices. Let them know.
Good point. Avoid misuse is another big one. That means no generating misinformation, no creating malicious deepfakes, no impersonating people without permission. Use these tools responsibly.
Yeah, that's fundamental.
And finally, maybe the most important for creators, retain your soul. AI should amplify your creativity and expertise, not replace your unique perspective. Add your personality, your insights, your stories. Don't let the AI completely take over the message.
That's crucial. Amplify, don't replace. Okay, so to help people get started effectively, let's talk about common mistakes. What pitfalls should people watch out for when integrating these tools?
Good idea. We see a few common ones. First, tool hopping without mastery. Jumping between dozens of tools without really learning how to use any of them properly. It's better to master one or two first.
Right, depth over breadth initially.
Exactly. Second, over-reliance on AI without human oversight. Always, always review, fact-check, and edit AI-generated content. It's a powerful assistant, not an infallible expert.
Critical thinking still required.
Absolutely. Third, ignoring your audience's preferences. Just because AI can create something doesn't mean your audience wants it. Keep testing, keep listening to feedback.
Makes sense. Audience first.
Fourth, poor prompt engineering. We touched on this. Vague prompts lead to vague results. Be specific, provide context, use those clarifying questions like we discussed with ChatGPT.
Garbage in, garbage out still applies.
Pretty much, yeah. And fifth, neglecting workflow integration.
Yeah.
Don't just use tools in isolation. Think about how they connect. How does your research tool feed your scriptwriter? How does that feed your visual generator? Build a system.
Okay, those are really practical pitfalls to avoid. So bringing this all together, what's the main takeaway here? I think the core message is really this. These AI tools, they're meant to amplify your creativity, your expertise. They aren't here to replace you. They don't take away your unique voice. They just give you a much bigger megaphone.
Absolutely. I firmly believe the most successful creators moving forward will be the ones who master this combination. Blending AI efficiency with irreplaceable human insight, great storytelling ability, and that deep, empathetic understanding of their audience. It's the human touch, applied smartly with these tools, that will make the content truly stand out and connect.
Well said. The future of content creation, it really is here. And it's honestly more accessible and more powerful than ever before. So our call to action for you listening is simple. Don't feel overwhelmed by everything we discussed. Just choose one. Maybe 2 tools from this deep dive that directly tackle your biggest time sink or your main creative bottleneck right now.
Yeah, start small.
Exactly. Pick 1 or 2, set them up properly, spend a little time learning them, and just start integrating them into your workflow this week. See what happens.
And as you start doing that, as you begin exploring this, here's a final, maybe provocative thought to consider. With AI making high-quality content creation so much more accessible to basically everyone, how will you, the human creator, truly differentiate yourself? How will you ensure your unique voice, your personality, your human connection? How will that stand out in this new, incredibly crowded, democratized landscape? Something to think about.